Well, and I hope it does as far as the way we played in that game. I want to do that again. But you know, all the other stuff, we had very little to do with that.
Doc, with Iman Shumpert back in the mix there, when you watch him play, do you see the similarities between him and the way Avery Bradley defends for you guys?
Not really. I think he's a hell of a defender, but they do it differently. I think, you know, he's so big, he's just bigger, and but Avery's more the ball pressure all the way up the floor. You know, that's different. So, but he's a great defender in his own right.
Talk about the importance of having one guy on your roster who kind of has that kind of DNA in him to be that type of.
Well, it's nice. I mean, you would like one at each position. You know, not all five, meaning a small and then a big that can guard. In the small, you would love to be able to guard 1, 2s, and 3s. I mean, I guess we're talking about LeBron basically. But that's you would love to have though one big that you felt like is a shutdown big, and one guard that's a shutdown guard on your teams. That's always nice.
Doc, what do you remember talking about Iman, about the ACL injury, the rehab process, and what do you learn or what do you become better at once you come back from it?
Well, you know, I went through it with the Knicks, and I think I was one of the first guys to actually have a chance of getting back. You know, our goal was 8 months, which at that time was unheard of, and we proved that you could do that. You find out a lot about yourself. I think you grow up. I mean, it's not an injury you want, and hopefully at that point in my career I had grown up. I was in the 30s when I injured mine. But it's one of those injuries that requires you to, if you're not a worker, then you will not come back from that injury. But if you are, I think we found that you can come back just as good and maybe even better, mentally tougher, stronger, and just as athletic now. And I think that's what you'll see with him on.
Speaking of workers, Doc, what did you want your team to think about over the last 48 hours?
Winning. You know, nothing more than that. You know, not that, nothing deeper. Just playing better basketball, being more of a consistent basketball team.
Doc, you said there might be changes. Are there any lineup changes or rotation changes?
No, not right now.
When do you think you might do
Well,
that?
let's hope we don't. You know, so if you start playing better, then you don't have to do that. Obviously, if you don't, then we have to do something at some point. But again, I think we have what we need in the locker room, which I'm just not getting out of them, and you know, I have to figure out a better way of doing it.
Doc, there's a potential that Carmelo will be facing off with Brandon Bass quite a bit tonight. How do you think that Brandon is equipped to defend him?
I don't think anyone's equipped to defend. I mean, he's a good player. You know, that's why he's Carmelo. But what you have to do is make him work. You can't give him easy baskets. You know, you have to make every single bucket he scores a physical basket, and with hopes that he gets in foul trouble or frustrated. But if you get Carmelo comfortable, you're in for a long night.
Is that what you guys did the last time you played him in New York? You made it uncomfortable as
Well,
much as possible?
as much as you can. I mean, he always, for the most part, he's going to have the size advantage on you. All we said was no shot without someone touching. You know, so when he shot the ball, you had to be literally touching him. And if he makes those shots, just congratulate him. And you know, you tell your guys he is going to make some of those shots. So. And don't overreact, you know, to a great Carmelo game. You can still win a game with him being great.
Is Brandon one of the rare power forwards that maybe has the foot speed to defend a guy like?
Yeah, I mean, he guarded LeBron at times, and he'll guard Carmelo at times as well. But it's not easy for a four. It's not easy for a three either. He's just a tough guy. He's physical, he's big, and his shot is beautiful. I mean, even when he takes what some would consider tough shots, they all look like they're going into me. And he's just an exceptional offensive player.
Doc, how do you decide as a coach with the game plan to maybe let him have a decent night?
It's tough. Well, what you do is watch and make sure if he's the only one, then you can live with it. But if he's getting his and you're trying and other guys are getting theirs, then usually you probably focus too much on the one guy when he's still getting his, which great players, you know, listen, if it was easy to stop a great player, he wouldn't be a great player. And I've always said that, and I believe that.
Rondo, the other night, he's like 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double. It still seems like a tough game for him at the same time. As a coach, are there things that you look for, obviously, besides like stuff in the box score?
Well, I never look at the box score because I didn't know that until right then, which will tell you that. No, it's with every player. You know, it's just how you're playing with the group, the unit on the floor. I don't even look much individually. You know, I look more 5 guys. You know, there's times where guys are playing well, but the group's not playing well, and sometimes that guy may get punished, might get beat. You know, coming out with Rondo, it's the same thing. You just want the group to be as efficient as possible when he's on the floor.
Is there ever a concern, not necessarily with Rondo, but with any player that they can watch numbers sometimes?
Well, I don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll let other people worry about it because they do. You know, that's what your assistant coaches are for, is to tell you, man, such and such is doing this, and that's white noise to me too, even when they do it. So I'm just watching the game, and if they are trying to get numbers and our team's playing well, go get those numbers. You know, that's the way I look at it. You know, so it's stuff that I don't focus on.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, folks.
Jeff, I said that's it. That's it.